Hey, welcome. Today, we're going to build a playbook together. And look, it's not about dodging life's curveballs. It's about learning how to hit them. We're talking about turning those moments of friction into the very fuel for your biggest growth. So let me ask you this. Do you ever feel like you're just stuck in reaction mode? Like you're playing defense against your own day, just bouncing from one fire to the next? It is absolutely exhausting, right? And the whole goal just becomes getting back to where you started. But what if that's the wrong goal? This right here, this is a fundamental shift in thinking. What if the goal isn't to just bounce back to how things were? What if instead we could learn forward and use the force of that challenge to actually launch us to a better place? Well, drawing from a really powerful McKinsey workbook, that's exactly what we're going to explore. A toolkit for growing through adversity, not just getting over it. Okay, so where do we even begin a journey like this? It all starts with a very deliberate change in our mindsets. Because, true adaptability isn't really about being tougher. It's about being smarter and way more intentional about how we decide to learn. This might look like a simple comparison, but it's a huge idea. See, most of us run on performance goals. It's all about the outcome. I just need to finish this presentation. But the real magic happens when you shift to a learning intention. Think about it like cooking. A performance goal is just getting dinner on the table. A learning intention? That's about mastering the technique, getting the perfect sear, balancing the sauce. One is just an endpoint, the other is about building a skill for life. And when you really adopt that learning intention, your entire perspective shifts. Suddenly the value isn't just in reaching the destination, it's baked into the whole process. The mistakes, the small wins, all of it. It's like focusing on the health of the roots because you know that's where the real growth comes from. This is the mindset where resilience truly gets a chance to flourish. So, we've got the mindset down. Great. But what do you do when the pressure hits you in the moment? When your gut reactions are about to take over? Well, that brings us to our next tool. It's a super practical technique called the APR mindset shift. APR. It stands for awareness, pause, and reframe. And it's a deceptively simple little process for, hijacking your own knee-jerk reactions and consciously choosing a better response. Let's break down how it actually works. All right, let's make this real. Imagine this. You've poured weeks, maybe months, into a project. You present it, and the feedback you get is rough, way tougher than you expected. You can feel that heat rising in your chest, that defensive wall shooting straight up. Your instincts are screaming. So now what? Let's apply APR. Okay, step one is awareness. Before a single word comes out of your mouth, you just notice. You look inward, no judgment, and just name what's happening. Wow, okay, I'm feeling really defensive right now. My ego is definitely bruised. Just acknowledging the emotion, just giving it a label, is an incredibly powerful first step. Next, you pause. And honestly, this might be the most important part of the whole thing. Just one deliberate breath. In that tiny moment, you create a space, a little buffer zone between what just happened and how you're about to react. And in that space, you get your power of choice back. It's a moment of doing nothing that changes everything. And finally, in that little space you just created for yourself, you reframe. You consciously change the lens you're looking through. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And you start asking, what is this trying to teach me? The question becomes, what is the opportunity here for me to learn something and get better? And just like that, you've turned a perceived attack into a real opportunity for growth.
Now, the APR model is an amazing tool for a single moment. But let's be real, true resilience isn't built in moments. It's forged in habits. So how do we make these adaptive responses automatic? Well, that's where the science of habit formation comes into play.
This little diagram? This is the habit loop. It's the simple, powerful engine that runs in the background of pretty much everything we do. It's got three parts. The cue, which is the trigger that kicks the whole thing off, the routine, which is the action you take, and the reward, that satisfying feeling that tells your brain, hey, that was good, let's do that again.
So, how do we use this to build a resilience habit? Let's use an example. Your cue, shutting your laptop at the end of a long day. Your routine, instead of just walking away, you take 2 minutes, just 2, to think about one challenge you faced and mentally apply the APR model to it. And the reward, it's that amazing feeling of clarity and control. You're closing all those mental tabs from the day, leaving the stress behind, and knowing you grew. even just a tiny bit.
Okay, let's pull all of this together. Think of it as packing up the tools we've just added to your personal resilience toolkit. These are the big ideas you can start using, like, today. So here it is, your playbook. Number 1, set learning intentions. Always focus on the process of growing, not just on hitting the target. 2, master the APR model for those tough moments. Get aware, pause, and reframe threats into opportunities. And 3, make it stick. Build new habits using that simple cue, routine, reward loop. Because this isn't just about listening, it's about building. So I'll leave you with this question to really think about. Looking at your own life, right here, right now. What is the first small, resilient habit you're going to build for yourself? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And at the end of the video, you'll see the mask logo. Click it to support the channel even more.